Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Stott and I'm the Emperor of Stomaria. Today I want to discuss how Stomaria is going to be investing in other nations. So a few months back, in October 2024, I discussed the breakdown of the £100,000 budget that had been allocated to Stomaria for 2025. And within that budget, there were two elements that I wanted to discuss more of in this video, that being the Domestic Investment Fund and the Foreign Investment Fund. So the Domestic Investment Fund is where we will be allocating and investing funds into the development of Stomarian provinces and the provinces of the wider empire, that is to say, the provinces that are under the jurisdiction of each member state of the empire. For example, let's say after an imperial court meeting, we collectively decided that it would be a very good idea to be able to produce our own feed for all of the livestock that we have within the empire. And we have a governor that has approached us and said, I would like to use this land to produce barley in order to accomplish this goal. So let's say that this particular province is about 5 acres, and the governor of this province could probably till the land in about 20 days through some back-breaking labour. Alternatively, we could hire a local farmer and some heavy machinery and some heavy equipment in order to till the land in 1 day. Now, if we take a step back and review that, it might make sense to actually hire the farmer and the equipment, with the potential of buying our own equipment, buying our own machinery, so that we may use it in other provinces for other purposes going forward. But in the short term, being able to hire the local farmer and hire the equipment in order to get the job done as efficiently and as quickly as possible is something that we would consider investing the time, the energy, and the resources into actually doing. Alternatively, using that same province as an example, it might be ideally positioned to establish a solar farm, and so we might look to invest in solar panels which can get hooked up to the grid in order to generate revenue for the empire, as well as being able to provide our own energy as and when we require it. Now, the Foreign Investment Fund is a different element of the budget and it serves a different purpose. Because whereas the Domestic Investment Fund is about investing capital into the development of Stomarian provinces and the provinces of the wider empire for the direct benefit of Stomaria and the member states of the empire, the Foreign Investment Fund is about investing in nations that are not a part of the empire, but are nevertheless aligned with Stomaria in terms of its values and aspirations. And if I believe that investing in one or more of these sorts of entities is going to provide an indirect or non-exclusive benefit to Stomaria or to the member states of the empire, then that is something that I will look at and consider investing into. For example, let's say that there is a small aspirant nation out there that is focusing on the production of jams. Now, if Stomaria or the member states of the empire aren't particularly focused on the production of jams ourselves, then it stands to reason that we could potentially invest into that nation in order to develop and expand their own jam production industry, with the expectation that through a trading relationship, we would be able to reap the rewards from investing in that nation. Now, it should go without saying that these sorts of investments do come with a higher degree of risk, as they are not tethered to Stomaria or to the empire in any real way. However, the Foreign Investment Fund is nevertheless going to be far, far smaller than the Domestic Investment Fund, and so the amount of capital that we would risk on these sorts of ventures is quite limited. But since Stomaria has positioned itself very well in terms of being a conduit for trade, commerce, and enterprise amongst the genuine nation builders of the world, not least through our utilization of commodity money as a medium of exchange within the empire and with our trade partners, it stands to reason that Stomaria would take the steps necessary in order to expand the trade network that we've been gradually building up over the years, by including those that are not directly affiliated and aligned with Stomaria in the sense that they form a part of the empire, but are aligned with us in the sense that their values and aspirations do mesh with our own. And by going down this path, we will not only increase the variety, the quantity, and the quality of the goods and services that will be available to the citizens of the empire, but it is also potentially a good way of trying to integrate these external entities into the empire itself, in the sense that it wouldn't be the first time that an external trade partner has seen that there is more value, more benefit in becoming a member state of the empire and then going through the process of fully integrating that nation into the empire. And as member states of the empire, the foreign investment fund would no longer be relevant or applicable to them, but the domestic investment fund would. And as the domestic investment fund is 10 times larger than the foreign investment fund, it stands to reason that there could potentially be more benefit to being a member state of the empire than an external trade partner. But in either case, engaging with the member states of the empire and external trade partners in this way, and by having the domestic investment fund and the foreign investment fund to help propel things further, it will help to accomplish one of our primary objectives, which is to reduce reliance on the conventional, more established nations of the world, and to attain greater levels of self-sufficiency through legal and legitimate means. This is a cornerstone of what Stomaria is trying to do. And by going down this path, we will not only increase the levels of opportunity and prosperity for all the citizens of the empire, but we will also be able to attain greater levels of sovereignty in a practical sense, because we will be able to attain greater levels of self-sufficiency for Stomaria and for all the member states of the empire. If you want to learn more about Stomaria or play an active role in our development and expansion, visit our website at www.stomaria.com and find out what it means to be a Stomarian.